From One Blue Jays Way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. First pitch coming your way next. And our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. How about a scouting report on him? Coming up on the first pitch, here's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker.
And we're
Ball
off
outside.
and rolling in Toronto.
Ha!
Tucker working through some struggles lately. That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2.
That's a ball.
Cease notched a complete game the last time on the hill. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I loved watching him throw that complete game, Boog. Just not that common anymore. Think about this. In the 21st century, only 2 pitchers have had a season with 10 complete games. In 1998 alone, 3 different pitchers did it. He showed some rare stamina.
Tucker
Did he go?
checks his swing, appeal to third, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Hey!
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Strike 2. Just getting started here in Toronto. On the ground to the left. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
First baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. There's Freddie Freeman now.
Ball, that's high.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Barger has a beat on it, and that is that. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the hill for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him? Stepping in, Miles Straw. Straw with a homer in his last game. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Third home run of the season. The Blue Jays on the board first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
Alejandro Kirk now at the plate. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field, and a touchdown for a hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Dalton Varsho swings through it for strike 1. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. Takes it himself. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a foul ball. This one in the air, right field. Plays it out of bounds, and it deflects away. Fires it to the plate. Not in time.
He's in there. He's safe.
It's 2-0. One gone, runner at first. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. That one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Rojas under it. And there's two down. Anthony Santander at the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Swing and a miss at a slider. Guerrero, the runner at first with two gone. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Here's the 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. Back here at Rogers Center, second inning set to go. Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Hey!
Just
Ball,
off
that's
the
in.
inside edge.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. 1-2 now. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he starts off the second with a double.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it
Ball
jumped off of the
inside.
stick.
Teoscar Hernandez in the box, lays off for ball one. On the ground to third. Fires over to Guerrero. One out in the second.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Betts in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Cease, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a base hit. Here comes Pages around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. And a 2-1 ball game now. One out man at first. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. The throw to third. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. Just missed.
That's the ball.
If you're going to be in the game in high leverage situation.
There goes the runner. And fouled off. The 1-1. Liner caught it second.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Enrique Hernandez, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. And that's a base hit. In to score from third. We are tied at 2.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Really good swing right there. He had a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back in the ballpark, and Singy, we featured him at the top of the show. Not quite the turnaround he was hoping for today.
Well, the struggles have definitely carried over into this one. It's still early, though. He's got some time to fix this.
This one's smoked on its way out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So digging in, Ernie Clement. One of my favorite Ernie Clement notes. He got his most recent glove, the one he played the 25 season with, off of eBay. A woman from Japan sent it to him. I asked, what'd you put in the search engine? He said, used Mizuno infielder's glove. Here's Andres Gimenez. Hernandez takes it in for the out. That's out number 2. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And now the right fielder, Miles Straw. He's already homered here in this one. This one in the air center field. Pages moving under this one. And that is that. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. On to the 3rd inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. It's a leadoff double to start the 3rd.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Fastball for a strike. Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. And 1 away in the top of the 3rd. So now with 1 away and a man at second, Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one is absolutely belted. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Here's Ohtani flying around 3rd. The relay, safe. And a runner from second scores on the play. Back even, it's 3-3.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Hernandez in the box now, takes strike 1. Line drive, base hit. Pages around 3rd. He will score, and they take the lead.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
Ripped to first, caught.
Yeah, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives, and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Rojas in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Man at second. Right there for a strike.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
On the ground to 3rd. Fires over to Guerrero. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Swings and misses. Strike 1. Kerr measures 5 feet 8 inches, 27 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Gets it to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Next offering way off the plate. Chases in the dirt, slider there. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Offense held in check there. 3 innings. Back now in Toronto as we go to the top of the 4th. Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning. Here's Kike Hernandez. Turned on, but that's foul down the 3rd baseline.
You know, these Dodgers really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
Grounds one to short. The flip. There's one to first. Double play. Nicely done.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Tucker in the box again, takes a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fires over to Guerrero, and Tucker is retired. Welcome back, and Singy, some big-time struggles coming into this one, and he doesn't seem to have it again today.
Yeah, he's nibbling out there more than attacking, and you can tell the confidence isn't quite there, Boog. A lot of game left to shake it off, though.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off. Oh, 1 now. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Got him. 2 down.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs, and I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with, and clearly he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
Sanchez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the top of the 5th. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And there's 1 down.
Up next,
Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
Freddie Freeman.
Hee-haw!
Ground ball to the right side. And that one handled. Handles, throws to first. And the first two set down to the top of the fifth. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pages. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. And that's the strikeout looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees. Back now in Toronto. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a foul out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Jimenez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Oh, 1 down. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. Out of here. And we have a tie ball game. It's 4-4. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Miles Straw next up for the Blue Jays. And that one hammered. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. Alejandro Kirk, the next to hit, 1 for 2. Front, rip foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Check swing, no appeal, and 1-1.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from the same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
Base hit into center field. Here comes the runner. Here's the blow. He's safe. He's forward now as they take the lead. 1 down. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. And a foul ball. Tied him up inside with that one. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
That one in triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Kirk off of first with 2 away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Teoscar Hernandez.
0-2. On a line out towards center. One up again.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Here's Betts.
What he's looking for there, the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
In for a strike. 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And down on strikes. Mookie Betts down on strikes. Now, Miguel Rojas.
Second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Here's a high chopper. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail it 5-4. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jack Dreyer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. First pitch swinging. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Tanner Scott, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Gratterol getting loose as well. And a big swing and a miss. Dreyer measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. Got him. 1 out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Out to short. Oh, great stop. And they get the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Ground ball up the middle. What a stop. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They lead at 5-4. We go to the top of the 7th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Dalton Rushing.
Hey-ha!
That one catches the zone. That is strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. To the right side. Guerrero takes it to the bag. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. Late swing fouled off. The Blue Jays holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. 0-2 now as he swings through it. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's 2 down.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Tucker stands in now and watches strike 1. Rips that one to right. And that'll do it. Dodgers down. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tanner Scott.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Clement, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Hernandez takes it in for the out. One down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop Andres.
So up next, Andres Jimenez. He's already homered in this game. Fouled off left side. Ground ball right side. Freeman steps on the bag, 2 away.
Up next
Good late
for
bite
the
on that
Blue
slider.
Jays,
Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
In the air to left center. Hernandez in position. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Rogers Center. We're at the top of the 8th. Shohei Ohtani getting ready to hit. That's a strike. And it's 0-1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Clement over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. To the right side. Oh, look at the stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, at this point of the ball game, you're counting outs, and that's a great diving stop to keep the tying run off base. It's the little things that add up to a big W at the end.
Paz in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. To third, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground, out to short. Jimenez throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Blue Jays 5. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Brock Stewart.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound.
Next offering is fouled back. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. So a man at first. Dalton Varsho will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it is out of here. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they add on. It's 7-4.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw won't get there in time, and they can't get the out. So a man aboard. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Hernandez should have this one. 1 away. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Vladdy coming around third. The relay to the plate. The tag, and he's in there. And they lead by 4. It appears Dave Roberts. New pitcher on here. Brusdar Graterol.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now a chance for Jesus Sanchez. Throw on to Freeman, and there's 2 away. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Roki Sasaki appears to be getting loose. Sheehan also getting ready. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
A dive, he's got it. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Back now in Toronto. We go to the 9th. Teoscar Hernandez. So they turn to their closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Strong, moving under it. And a quick out, number 1.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here's Mookie now.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
The 1-0. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires over to Guerrero. Just 1 out remaining for the Dodgers.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman Miguel Rojas.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. They're down to their final strike.
Oh, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the other.
Got it. Ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for him today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
And our final here today, 8-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.